Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about educational development in Tamil Nadu. The pattern of education in Tamil Nadu was not merely reading and understanding of books, but listening to learned persons. The Tirukural stresses the need for education and warns dangers of illiteracy. In ancient times, the school was called as Palli and teacher was Kanakaya. A significant development took place in the field of education during the Pallava period. Kartika was an educational institution. The Pallava king supported those educational institutions through endowments. The Vaishnava and Saiva mutts provided boarding and lodging facilities to all students and teachers. Yuvangswang gives a graphic pictures about Kanchi Buddhist Center, and Kanchi was considered as main center of learning. Next one is education during Chola period. The Chola period was the most brilliant and creative period in Tamil literature. Tamil education enjoyed greater connection with the religious and temple. Free education was given to people. The curriculum and syllabi had a theoretical background. From the inscription of that period, we can now gain knowledge about qualification of teachers, method of teaching, salary of teachers, food provided to the students, and land given to the school, etc. Rajaraja Chadurvedi Mangalam was the famous seat of Vedic College, Ennairam in former South Arcot district. Next, at Tirupuvani in Pondicherry, Vedic College flourished. The Tiruvadikal inscription mentions a library. Tiruvodudurai inscription of Veeraraja refers to a medical college. Next one is education during Pandya period. The Pandya kings patronized Sanskrit in an exemplary way. It is revealed in the copper plates. The educational institutions of that period were called Gothigai, Salai, and Vidyasadhana. Lands were given to teachers. They were known as Salabogam, example Vallabha Perinchale at Kanyakumari. The famous college during the Pallava Pandya regimes was Kandalu Salai. Mutts occupied the significant place in promotion of education. Learning flourished under the Vijayanagar ruler. Many educational institutions were established under their patronage. Thinnai Kodam was established during the Noyak rule. Next one is Wood's Dispatch of 1854. Wood's Dispatch of 1854 introduced the Department of Public Instruction in Madras Presidency. Granting aid was given to all schools. The Madras University was founded in 1857. It was the first university in Tamil Nadu under the British rule. In 1882, the Local Boards Act was passed. The board was empowered to open new schools and get grants from the government. By 1938, all subjects except English were taught in Tamil schools. The Annamalai University was founded at Chidambaram in 1929. This was the next step in the development of education since independence. Free education at the secondary school level was introduced in 1964 to 65. The Gandhigram Rural College was established in 1975. Since 1971, distance education has also been introduced in Tamil Nadu to educate those who could not go to college. In 1956, midday meal program was introduced in school. Later, it was extended to nutrition meal scheme in 1982 to avoid dropouts in schools. In 1986, several changes have taken place to meet changing dynamics of the society. In keeping with the national policy of education at the secondary school level was introduced in 1964 to 65. Education in modern India. Fernandez, who came to Madurai during at the time of Veerappa Nayak, established a primary school. A Maratha ruler, Sarvoji II, collected the old records and kept them in Saraswati Mahal Library, Tanjore. He also had a printing press with Devanagari type located there. Sir Thomas Munro, the governor of Madras Presidency in 1820 to 27, was highly responsible for the introduction of Western Madras Presidency. He appointed a committee to conduct statistical survey of the conditions of education. The Education Commission of Munro recommended the creation of 2 principal schools, collectorate and Tasdar schools in each district. In 1835, Lord William Bentinck passed a resolution favoring the introduction of Western system of education in India. Education after independence. To streamline the education, the government of India implemented the recommendation of Kothari Commission under National Policy of Education in 1968. The main recommendation were universal primary education, introduction of new pattern of education, 3-language formula, introduction of regional language and higher education, development of agricultural and industrial education and adult education. To combat the changing of socio-economic needs of the country, Government of India announced new National Policy of Education in 1986. Universalization of primary education, vocationalization of secondary education and specialization of higher education were main features of this policy. National Council of Educational Research and Training NCERT at national level and State Council of Educational Research and Training SCERT at state level were established to maintain the standard of education. University Grants Commission UGC was instituted to determine the standard of higher education. Thank you, students.